Drake, if he's watching, that ain't it, bro.
Ooh.
That ain't it.
But
on many levels.
But
Yo.
It's your boy Uche. I got my boy
DZ.
We are the Ill-Advised Wise Guys.
Check out the full podcast, link below.
Next topic
Yeah, man.
is what we're gonna talk about is hit records.
Okay.
Like, are artists, particularly superstars,
Mhm.
getting lazy with the music that they're making?
You know what's so interesting? You say that. Have you ever listened to the album that Drake has with Future?
Yes.
What a Time to Be Alive.
Yes.
It came out like in
2015, yep.
That's one of my favorite Drake's album ever.
Okay.
Because I felt that at that point, Drake had something to prove, right? Because they kept calling him like he was just a singing guy.
Yeah.
This melodic little light skinned guy, just and he came out on that album and he was just like, hold up. And he's with Future, and Future was at his prime at that time too.
Oh yeah.
Future
That was
really-
DS2, right? Wasn't that right?
Yeah,
the same year as
it was-
DS2?
Yeah. And so this album was being released, and Drake is going. There's no skips on that album. And recently, in this album pops up, and I was like, I was an intern in this moment, and like I would listen to this, and so I was like, let me see what's up. Yo, what? That album is so great. No skips. Drake is like, nah, you're gonna put some respect. Like, I'm rapping.
Yeah.
You're gonna like
With a purpose.
with right.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you're not gonna skip anything because this is what a time to be alive. And Future was just like,
And I'm here, so what's up?
and so like the album is great. And I started thinking about that, and then I started thinking about, his newer work, and I was like, nah, it doesn't compare.
You know, it's funny you even bring up Drake, because that actually is
love
like,
him, but-
That was the heart of the
that was the
heart
basis of this discussion.
topic.
Drake just dropped a new song called Search and Rescue, right?
Search and Rescue, yeah. With a Kim K sample.
Yo, bro. Drake, I know you're not watching, but if
Great.
you are,
you never know.
Drake, if he's watching, that ain't it, bro.
Ooh.
That ain't it.
But
on many levels.
But
Not Jordan
musically,
Ramsey of music
it's
right now.
Drake.
yo,
Ramsey of music.
that ain't it, bro.
Wait.
We talking musically.
Wait a
He
second.
Drake sounded lethargic.
But
He
it's
sounded
Drake.
uninspired. He sounded like someone who's too comfortable. Yeah, I'm getting my shit off right now because it kind of annoys me. And then when you add in the fact that he added in the whole Kim K aspect.
I didn't come this far just to come this far and not be happy.
Okay.
Remember that.
That takes it to a whole nother level. Where now he's using shock value, which I think he also did on the last project where he took a shot at allegedly Megan Thee Stallion. We know what it was, but it's cool. He's using shock value to draw interest as opposed to just dropping good music. This is where Drake, I think, is. And it sucks because I rock with Drake. I love Drake. What do you guys say?
But he made I'm upset.
What?
Like,
What? That's your
he's going to be upset with what you're saying right now. No,
I'm
I mean,
upset.
Drake, so, but anyway.
150,000 on my neck, or whatever he
So-
said.
50,000 on my head is disrespect.
Whatever he said is crazy.
I believe that's what he said.
Exactly. Here's the thing about Drake
Yeah.
that's fascinating.
Yeah.
It's intriguing.
Yeah.
It's flabbergasting. Is that Drake sometimes, like, he gets the benefit of the doubt where you're going to keep trying to listen to his songs.
Yeah.
Like, and it's going to set in. Like, I'm not going to lie. First time I heard 2C Slide, I was like, what is this? I thought it was a joke. I thought it was like a SNL skit.
Don't you wanna dance with me? No, I could dance like Michael Jackson.
But I kept listening to it. And I'm like, okay, melody's kind of catchy. Listen to it again. Okay, his raps is kind of fly.
He did it
Okay.
again. They used the
Okay,
2C
he
slide.
got me. And then
Right,
now I
then you-
started doing the
then you
damn
were doing the
Tootsie
tick-
Slide. I'm Tootsie sliding in my kitchen
Yeah.
now.
Stop.
So he gets the benefit of the doubt where you're going to give it another try. Like this song I heard, The Search and Rescue, first time I heard it, I was like, yo, it's boring. I'm just going to say it straight. It's a little too long. It was 4 minutes. And it was kind of dull.
Super
But then I
dope.
was like, I got to listen to it again. This can't be it. There's got to be some hidden formula that he got that didn't set in yet. I listened to it like 2-3 more times. And I was like, you know what? It's kind of catchy. He's getting me. Is that how his music has to be consumed? Where you adjust, you assimilate.
Are we adjusting our ear? What do you think, Julissa?
I think we've been adjusting sonically. I think we've accepted a lot of things that are not too good, to be honest. Like, even from, like, new music, though we celebrate it, and that's fine. I feel like everyone deserves a chance. Drake tries different things, and like, I just had this conversation with my friend, and he was saying, like, how he was a Drake fan growing up and all this stuff. Shout out to Emil. And he was just talking about how, as a Black man going through the struggles of America, in his age, of his great age of 28, he can't listen to Drake's music and call him the greatest of all time. And I said, why?
Interesting.
Like, I asked him why, and he was like, because I feel like he's never given us a track for us. Like, he's never been able to give us deeper than the things that I was going through at 15, at 13, which would be girls, money, sex, party.
Yep.
And I always have to dig a little deeper. I was like, well, I think Drake can't really rap about certain experiences you went through because he hasn't gone through that. So what has he experienced since a young kid? Because he's been working since he's been a young kid. You know what I mean? So certain things that people may think is like inauthentic, I think he's being completely himself. Like, he's diving into different genres, right? Whether it's like a Spanish track or whatever he wants to do at the time. He teams up with younger artists because you're like giving someone a cosign, and you also want to know what's cool and relevant. And you're just always you have to keep it fun. You know, like, I don't think that Drake can release, like, even Little Baby has released something deep, right? It's bigger than Black and White.
Yeah. Oh, I love that song.
Yeah. Is it the police to shoot you and know that you dead, but still tell you to freeze? Fucked up, I seen what I seen. I guess that mean hold him down if he say he can't breathe.
The bigger picture?
Yeah.
No, that was
a great song.
Yes.
At the height of that,
But
too.
Lil
That was a
Baby
moment.
has been through some things.
Yeah.
And his stardom was later in life versus someone super mega star.
Yeah.
Drake was an actor in Degrassi at a young
That's true.
age.
You want to break up, Ash? Then let's break up. Now, okay? It's over.
So it's like, how can he really sit there and talk about, there's at some point certain things are unrelatable to you once you reach a certain, you want to, like, you do your due diligence by like going back and say, like, let me give this kid a cosign to help him, skip a couple steps. But
So you think content is the problem here?
right now, yeah. I think that social media changed how we digest things sonically. You're talking about Akon saying that he's gonna release a TikTok album.
Now that I got the younger generation's ears and feet, let me put out an EP, but just specifically for the TikTok platform. So I reached out to TikTok. I did the album first. I did the EP first. Then I went to TikTok, went to the to the main headquarters, played it for them, and gave them the concept of what I wanted to do. Man, they went crazy. Like, oh, this would be amazing. So
Explain this to me. What does that mean?
How long is a song on TikTok?
What, 60 seconds or something like that?
Why am I gonna record a song? It's gonna take us 5 minutes, 4 minutes.
That's a good business strategy right there.
Who broke the world records of ringtones?
Soulja Boy.
Akon.
Akon did? Really?
I think so.
Which song?
She said, I think so.
We gonna roll with it. We
Yo, ill-advised take is cool. It don't matter. We don't need facts.
If we're gonna do a bet, I'm gonna go with Akon.
Which
I
song?
love.
I'm going Soulja Boy. I'm going Soulja Boy. Let's make that bet.
Okay.
Let's make
Locked
that
up.
bet.
You know, the funny thing, Jim Jones, just yesterday I saw a video of Jim Jones saying that he thinks Drake's the top 2 rapper
He did
of
say
all
that.
time.
Drake is the only person that gets played on any place in this earth, and they're gonna know it in English. If you're not putting Drake in the top 2 of all time, like, what are we gonna do? We're gonna keep putting shade on his name.
Where you gonna go when you don't hear Drake? And
Yeah.
a lot of people, there was uproar. Ill-advised take. I do think Drake is a top 5 rapper.
He is.
I don't even think it's debatable.
It's not.
Now, I got Jay-Z at 1. Now, 2 is where it's between Lil Wayne and Drake for me. But I don't think it's ridiculous that he's 2. But then at the same time, I kind of look at his discography and I would say it's missing.
And that's a good tie back to what you said your friend was talking about. Drake didn't feel like he gave him like that one, right?
Yeah.
Which I think is a real criticism of Drake.
Drake came in being vulnerable, right? Like
About
that's
what?
something a lot of people can relate. But
He did.
Right.
In the beginning.
But he was
yeah.
he
But being
was a
vulnerable
vulnerable
about what?
heartbreak. He was
Relationship.
talking
you know,
Yeah.
You know?
challenges.
But I think that once you become a man at 28, I'm guessing I'm not a man, but when he was saying, he was like, as a grown man at 28 years old, like, there's so much about heartbreak I want to hear. Like, there's other things I'm going through. But he was just saying, as like a fan, like a super fan, like, oh my God, like, I love this man. So, like, now getting older, it's like, I love you, but it's a little different.
So you think it's not a matter of Drake's music has gotten worse. It's a matter of Drake is no longer as relatable.
I don't think he has to prove himself. I think that Drake can do whatever he wants.
I think Drake's solidified.
I think Drake's solidified, but I do hear the criticism. But to be honest, to juxtapose this conversation with his peers, who we always consider his peers, Kendrick, Cole, I feel like those two guys never lost touch with the relatability part. And I think whether it's in their branding, whether it's in the music, people feel like they know these guys and they've reached heights. That's, to me, is the difference between Drake and those other guys. Now, you can say, hey, I don't think that makes Drake better or worse, but I see that as like an observation. And I'm like, I always notice that like when people talk about Kendrick and Cole, they never bring up this
Their
combo.
background is different. And Good Kid, Mad City, that entire project is the one. Like, he
did it already, basically.
Yeah, and he's done it so many times.
Over and over.
Yeah, because
each time.
Yo, think about it. You're talking about a dark-skinned man who's short, talking about his struggles. No, but that's you gotta add
Wait, hold
that
up. So that's the relatability part, basically?
No, your life is different than someone that grew up like Drake, who's based on society norms and what we expect as beauty. Yeah, you know what I mean?
That's a good point.
It's super acceptable. And it's like, how can he sit there and talk about like the nitty gritty of like coming from the gutter for real? Like, versus you're always going to be relatable when you've experienced these things.
You've actually did it. Yeah.
I think there's a lot of stuff that Drake could tap into that he never really tapped into that people can relate to wholeheartedly.
I don't think that's stopped.
I don't know.
Because
what?
I don't know.
I don't think
you don't think people can relate to the whole like broken home, like struggle. You know what I'm saying?
His dad now.
But I'm talking about before. Like, we talking about before they made up.
I don't know. I think maybe Drake is just in that like time of his career where it's like, yo, I got to start phasing out. Because I think he did say he wants to retire.
I think I'm at the point now where I just want to like kind of introducing the concept in my mind of a graceful exit.
I don't believe him, man. I said it before.
I believe him. I don't think he needs music no more. Like, I think, but
he's having fun. I think that's why everyone wants to like break down his music, and it's like, well, he kind of gave you rapping his ass off, Drake. So now he's just like, I'm Drake, baby. I want to play with house music right now. I want to see what the youngins are talking about.
I'll give him the fact that he has historically tried different things. He's done Afro beats. He's done house. Yeah. He's done boom bap. He's done trap.
Yes. UK music.
He's done grime. Like, what average artist at that stature is not gonna do?
Which is crazy because you guys were talking about culture vultures last week or something like that.
Yes.
And it's like, some people will consider him that.
They would.
For sure.
We've heard that before.
People say that. I've heard a lot of people say that.
But see, I don't think I wouldn't call him that personally.
I think he embraces.
That's why I wouldn't call him that for Afro beats. And also just Caribbean music as a whole. Like, seems to be tapped in with that community where he's showing love, he's collaborating with them. So it's like, honestly, when you do that, how could you not just say I'm inspired?
Yeah.
I think that's okay.
He even got a song with Bad Bunny, right?
He does.
Bad Bunny.
You know what?
Drake, in my opinion, has had the greatest run in hip hop history. I thought Lil Wayne had a great run, which lasted about 5 years.
Oh wow.
Drake's run, if you really think about it, he's been a A-list rapper since like 2009. It's about a 14-year run as an A-list rapper.
Okay.
And I can't say the same for like a lot of other people. He got to get his kudos there. He's got to get his
absolutely. We giving it up to Drake, man.
Listen to the full episode. Link below.